Today, we're kicking off a brand new series titled Top 10 Infamous Criminal Cases. Our journey begins with the story of Aileen Wuornos, a name that has echoed through the corridors of criminal history for decades. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our series and more captivating content. Let's unravel the complex tale of Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos, often labeled as America's first female serial killer, stands as a controversial and complex figure in the annals of crime. Born on February 29, 1956, her life was marked by hardship and turmoil from an early age. Abandoned by her mother and never knowing her father, Aileen faced a troubled childhood, one that would set the stage for her future actions. But who really was Aileen Wuornos? Beyond the headlines and the sensationalism, she was a person with a story, albeit a dark and troubling one. Between 1989 and 1990, in the state of Florida, Wuornos was convicted of 6 murders, though she was suspected of committing 7. Her victims were men, and the nature of these crimes, along with her background, painted a complex picture of her motives and state of mind. Let's take a closer look at each incident, understanding the context and the unfortunate fate of each victim. Richard Mallory, 1989. Richard Mallory, age 51, was Wuornos' first known victim. A shop owner with a troubled past himself, Mallory picked up Wuornos as she was hitchhiking. The events that followed led to Mallory being found deceased in a remote area. David Spears, 1990. David Spears, a 43-year-old construction worker, was next. His body was found, having suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Wuornos confessed to his murder during her trial, providing chilling details. Charles Carskadden, 1990. The third victim was Charles Carskadden, a 40-year-old part-time rodeo worker. Found in Pasco County, Carskadden had been shot 9 times with a small caliber weapon. Peter Siems, 1990. Peter Siems, a 65-year-old retired merchant seaman, was believed to be Wuornos' 4th victim. Although his body was never found, his car was involved in an accident, and witnesses identified Wuornos and her accomplice, Tyria Moore, at the scene. Troy Burris, 1990. Troy Burris, a 50-year-old sausage salesman, was reported missing in July 1990. His body was later discovered in a wooded area in Marion County. He had been shot twice. Charles Humphreys, 1990. Charles Humphreys, a 56-year-old retired U.S. Air Force major, former state child abuse investigator, and former police chief, was discovered deceased in Marion County. He had been shot 6 times. Walter Gino Antonio, 1990. The final victim, Walter Gino Antonio, a 62-year-old trucker, was found nearly naked and shot 4 times. His body was discovered in a remote area. Each of these tragic incidents sheds light on the dark path trodden by Aileen Wuornos. Her actions were not only crimes against individuals, but also shook the communities where they happened. Wuornos was eventually captured, tried, and sentenced, bringing an end to her reign of terror, but leaving many questions unanswered about her motivations and the circumstances that led her down this path. As we conclude this episode, we reflect on the intricate tapestry of human behavior and the societal factors that contribute to such extreme actions. This series aims to explore and understand, not to sensationalize or judge. Thank you for watching,